Anyway, it's time for some interesting conversation with Jerry Schaffer. He is a uniquely talented young man, and he's done amazing things. I mean, his love for music, of course, also drew him, to his career path as a hype man. And this morning we'll be speaking to him and getting to know what it's like being a hype man. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. So, you are one of Nigeria's foremost hype man, and they call you Lamba. What's that like being a hype man? Tell us.
For me, hype is being a hype man is interesting. It has to be what you want to do. It has to be a part of your life. It's more than just being an event host or being an MC. Is You're actually the life of the event. I won't say the life of the party, right? Because as a hype man, you're meant to, hype up everything you're doing, not just parties, but events and wherever you find yourself to be. So it's just a lifestyle, and for you to be a hype man, it has to be like a part of you. You could also learn, but
Okay.
you have to just has to be a part of you for you to want to be a hype man.
So did you learn? Was it something that you sought after, doing this?
My story was different because
Okay.
I started being a hype man because back then when I was running a business in Abeokuta during my NYSC days.
Okay.
Live in Lagos, but going to Abeokuta, I felt different. And then I spoke to my partner. I'm like, we need to get a hype man for this business. And my partner was like, okay, get somebody from Lagos next week. But first, we need to buy a microphone and all of that. So I did get the microphone, and then got there, tried to test the microphone, and I was on the mic. And then he told me, this guy, you sound so good on this thing. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, let's try it this Friday. And that Friday, I tried it, and it was nice. And then somebody walked up to me and was like, my girlfriend's birthday is tomorrow. Can you host? I'm like, I'm not a host. I'm not an MC. But if you want me to do the same thing I did tonight, I could do it. So he changed all the plans for his girlfriend's birthday. And then we had a little party. And I was the hype man. And then it happened. And my partner, being a very business-minded person, he was like, we can do this thing again on Sunday. Normally, we don't have open on Sundays. But because of the hype and then how everybody was relating to it.
Okay.
Sunday, and then I've been doing it ever since.
So I'd like to know, what's the difference between a hype man and a MC host?
An MC generally is somebody who, does it like formally. An MC follows the sequence of events on the what's it called?
On the rundown, like on the menu.
Yeah, like he has to follow the rundown. But a hype man is someone who just has to come up with activities to keep the event going, even without,
Without thinking. Okay.
Without thinking,
Okay.
following the event on the schedule. So,
All right, great. Now let's talk about you as an artist, because I mean you're also a renowned out. How's that journey been so far for you?
I just started doing music 5 months ago.
Okay.
So for me, yeah, I've always been into the music industry. I manage an artist called Bad Boy Tim, so I'm really not new to the music scene, but I've been stuck in London due to the COVID-19 lockdown.
Okay.
I was just busy. At some point, I was losing my mind. It wasn't easy being far away from home and all of that. But I just decided to get studio equipment. Initially, I was meant to just record all my lambas and hype because I was missing the events. And I'm like, okay, I could just play around with the equipment and record all I do. And my friends encouraged me. They were like, no, you need to start recording professionally. And that was how we made a song. And then I've been recording ever since. So.
All right, fantastic. So now, okay, I mean, I know that the COVID and everything that's going on has actually like stalled a lot of activities, especially in the music industry. So for you being a hype man, you're driven by events. And like, what's the new shift for you? What's, how are you going to cope with that, this, new shift that's happening in your industry?
Well, as I said in my previous interview on BBC, I'm not in a rush to go back to doing events. I'm not in a rush to open up my businesses because it's a pandemic and then we are all new to it. Even the world leaders, they say one thing and then the next week they say something else about the same coronavirus. Like
Okay.
nobody really knows what's going on. So I'm not going to be one of the very few that would want to rush into opening up and then, going back to events. But there's a new trend of having events online, having live events, and all of that. So if that's what it takes to keep the party going, if that's what it takes to keep us moving, then I guess we just all have to jump on it. So that's what I feel. But I'll personally I'll just wait for when the time is right
Everything
because
to
it's
blow.
going to be a different experience. I can't imagine myself, hyping to a TV screen where I
Yeah, I
can't even
know, right?
can't feel the energy because for me hype is about energy. It's
Yeah,
about
and then
what
you also need to feed off the the crowd's energy as well.
it depends. I feed on the energy from the crowd. So it depends on how the crowd feels. That's what gives me that's how I come up with my lambas, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
so I have to be able to connect with the crowd
All
and do
right.
what I have to do.
So the hype man thing, it's hype man. I mean, it's you're just letting me know for the first time. It's actually a profession. Is it lucrative?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's actually very lucrative. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Great. Fantastic. All right. So quickly before we wrap this up, I would like you to do some lamba for me. I mean, you need to feed off my energy and I need to feed off your own energy. So, drop some lamba for me. I'm geared up. I'm ready for this. Yeah.
A bit to Lamba, or I'm just going to Lamba, like, how do you want it?
I don't know. Anyhow.
So,
I mean, my name is MM. This is Wake Up Nigeria. And you are Jerry Shafa. I don't know. So at least I've given you enough, tips or enough ideas. Just lamba for me.
okay, so we're on TVC, Wake Up Nigeria.
Yeah.
Amen. Get up and dance. Get down and get your friends. Stand up and clap your hands.
Eh?
Deep in that jail.
Oh.
Me, money, more.
Oh.
Get your foes. If you're not TVC and what you listening to? Shady bala bala, shady bala bala,
Shiki bala bala. Thank you very much, Lamba. Thank you so much, Jerry Shafa. This has been an interesting conversation so far, and wishing you all the best. And I'm really hoping that things get back to normal pretty soon. All the best.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
All right, and that's it. There's still so much more, guys, on the show. Please don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back.